It's going to be between Singaporeans Relics as well as Thai team Greedisgood9999. So here we go. The drop is ready. First battleground is going to be Sky Temple, and first pick and ban going to go towards Relics. They actually came into this without a decision. So GDG9 picked the map, and Relics having the first pick and ban. The default bet on Zagara. No Tyrande ban, just going to be the tester. I like the line. The first pick Tyrande. Look at that. That confidence in Trinity from Relics. They're just building a brand for themselves already. It's just like you only see in EU. You know, it's only Bakery that's playing Karazim. Here in SEA, it's pretty fair to say that Trinity is almost 100% always going to get a Tyrande. Now, ETC pick here, I like that a lot. That's going to snatch away ETC from Mer. And you probably also want to consider going for either a Sonya or a Uther, both of which are pretty good picks. I like those picks because I think that they will be able to split Relic's focus, but that also means that Rhaegar's available. That also means that Li Ming's available, and if Relics flip the switch and play something more meta-centric instead of more team-centric, they will definitely still have the lead here. Greymaine's the other hero that's really awesome as well. Greed is good. They're deciding if they want to go for this Greymane. The Zagara first ban seems to be a bit of a problem here, but Sky Temple, it's a big battleground. Clutch fights, definitely ETC is going to have it. Now, it's interesting to note that GDG9 did not go for Uther ETC, which would have been my preferred pick here. They're just picking Greymane to try and counter against Relics, to not lose this to Relics. But Relics will go for a Sonya Mordin snap pick here. They already know what they want to play. They have a plan coming to this game here against GDG9. Both of these teams, they faced off against each other in the group stage yesterday, resulting in 2-0 victory for Relics. And GDG9 now with another ban. Pretty clear here that Relics is going to consider they want to have an Uther ban, but GDG9, it has to be a ranged damage dealer ban for them, which at the same time is something that they also require and need. So if they don't want to pick up the Feldstedt, for me it's either Feldstedt or Jaina. It's as simple as that. If they want to pick up the Feldstedt, you ban the Jaina. You want to pick up the Jaina, you ban the Feldstedt. And they will want to pick up Jaina. So GDG9 now, they have a few options. It's either Uther or Jaina for them to ban here. Li Ming's the other option. GDG9's Li Ming is pretty okay. I mean, I haven't really seen them make that really big plays just yet, but this is where it's interesting to note, because if they go for something more standard, it will be the Jaina ban. But nope, looking at it, it's the Uther ban as expected, 100%. So GDG9 now with two more picks here. I'm going to be expecting a Jaina pickup for a simple reason. Sky Temple, you still have fights. You want to have that. Rhaegar's the other hero that's completely not addressed throughout this entire draft. So Rhaegar's okay. The reason why you ban Uther and not Rhaegar is because of the ETC, Divine Shield Mosh Pit. That's all. Rhaegar, still pretty okay, but because of recent reworks, he's kind of like somewhere split between the Lightning Shield build as well as the Earthbind Totem build, or maybe even a little bit more heals, which you saw in NA to deal with support from the other team that heals a lot more than Rhaegar, or double support generally. So securing this Rhaegar with Greymane ETC, and definitely we are still waiting for the last pick here. Would like to see a ranged damage dealer. I would love to see the Jaina. Hopefully we know what they won in a fair bit. Still a lot of time actually. They sped through the draft and now they're just going like, uh-oh, we did not see that coming. So what's next? GDG9, don't think they're actually going to run a secondary warrior. There's already Murden Sonya on the side of Relics. There's a couple of ranged damage dealers that's still available for sure. Don't think it's going to be Relic style to just run one support. They have done it before with Tyrande, but it's a lot of heavy lifting for that Tyrande. So they have to go for one more support if they want to try and make something work here. It could be the Karazim, it could be the Brightwing. We've seen them play Brightwing before. And I think it's actually a solo Brightwing that they rolled out. Alright, GDG9 looking like it's going to be a Li Ming, expending the full 60 seconds on the time bank on this pick. If they lose this game here, they will have to decide if it is actually going to be a mistake with this Li Ming pickup. Li Ming's biggest weakness is the fact that the skills, they don't have that auto aimbot. So you cannot just go for a target and burst it down. It's very hard to execute GDG9's Li Ming compared to just a Jaina. Blizzard's a lot easier to use there. Once again, guys, I'm still in the basement. This is where the venue is actually. It's Singapore's very, very nice place. It's a very, very tightly packed with a lot of structures. So we actually build into the basement, and I'm still in the basement, and this is where the shop is. And there we go. It's still going to be a dual support and he will also pick up the Brightwing. So for Relics, Brightwing Tyrande, I think we actually saw Brightwing Tesla just now. Tesla got banned here, so it's going to be a Brightwing Tyrande. It's only Brightwing Tesla because Tyrande got banned, but here, last pick, it has to be a range damage dealer, and they're going for the Lunara. Very different strategy. Have not seen this yesterday. It's tricky. It's really tricky. Lunara is a hero that you don't really expect to see coming out of Relics because they are normally going for heroes like Instantaneous Burst, rotation-centric hero. But they like to pick those heroes and play it slow. For this game, they decided to go for a little bit more of an AoE, or rather a DOT, and it's going to be the Lunara there. Two builds for Lunara. First up, a simple Crew of Spores. Build going into Unfair Advantage as well as the very straight up standard Star Wood Spear. Or she can actually go for the Splintered Shot, which at level 7 does damage with 3 different targets, and then you still go for extra slow, which is the Unfair Advantage, which is still fine. Rexar getting picked up for GDG9. I'm hyped. GDG9 on top, man, with Rexar going pretty. But that's about it, man. Relic's still going to be pretty much flexible with the rotation. I think that this is going to be a very nice draft here for Relics for me. Yeah. I like the fact that they have the comfort picks. I like the fact they got the Murden, Sonya, Tyrande. They made a name for themselves in those 3 heroes. And we'll have to see how that's actually going to work out at the end of the day. But on this side for GDG9, very, very unorthodox draft coming in here with the Rexar pickup instead. That's how it's going to be. Okay, seems like there's some sound issues once again. And we are going to try and see if we can fix it. Pretty sure that it is the basement that I'm in that's the issue. Guys, my producers are looking into it. They're going to fix it. Hopefully we get that fixed. That said, GDG9 versus Relics, the best team in Thailand up against the second best team in Singapore. Currently, there's still 4 teams in the run for the Spring Championship Finals. That's in Korea, Seoul. That's going to happen in the first week of April. That would be 2 teams from Singapore, Resurgence and Relics. Both of them, first and second place of the Nationals in Singapore, are now still in the running. And that's also the best team from the Philippines that's in the upper bracket. That's Renovasio 1. In the lower bracket, it's the best Thai team, Greedisgood9999 plus. Malaysians, unfortunately, have been knocked out of this competition yesterday. Did not make it past the first day. Both groups there, unfortunately, they just were not able to qualify. And now we are waiting for the game to begin. Sky Temple and a very, very nice pace here. Would be expecting the fact that Brightwing provides a lot more split soak. Like you will see Brightwing split soak the lane. You will see her going for fights. That's the value that Brightwing provides. The Feldstat ban could be a mistake, to be very honest with you. Feldstat would have at least allowed a different strategy of split soaking while you are behind. And we're actually going to have to see how this is going to work out. And yep. And for GDG9, they got that they got a bit of split soak for the early game, but I'm talking about when the temples start. You don't have the full-fledged movement there, and that's the problem for Feldstat. All right, invite finally came over to my site. Relics versus GDG9. Both of these teams don't really have any history of each other. But so far, the record is 2-0 in favor for Relics. They have been playing this completely borderline. They were expecting to take this very, very convincingly. But yesterday, they lost to Renovasio 1, which is why they're currently in the lower brackets. Still the first game, actually. Game number 1 in this lower bracket best of 3. Sky Temple. Gotta have to be very careful about this battleground because I would be expecting early game to mean a lot. And you know Relics has got a Murden Tyrande combo. So yeah, we're actually gonna remake the room. There's a bit of a bug going on once again. This is because of the increased observer slots, but they're gonna be able to fix this, no problem. Small little discomfort here and there. And I was saying that the early game you're gonna see that Muradin Sonya to Ronda combo, which I think is pretty much gonna be a great rotation on that side for Relics. Meanwhile, on this side for GDG9, they're gonna have to rely on the ETC Liming. Liming's probably gonna be sieging up a lane, and they will be having a bit of structural EXP advantage, but how far that's going to go, it's going to be tricky. And yeah, Sky Temple. Used to be my favorite battleground. Lots of lightning beams, laser beams, sorry. Lots of bright sunshine all over the place. Pretty good stuff. So we're waiting for the Tiecaster to go into this game now before we kickstart this series. But all right, I'm excited. I'm excited because it's once again an elimination match, and it will be a straight up position here. Oh, looks like still having some lobby issues, but straight up because the reason why I say it's straight up because one team's gonna get eliminated here today. It's gonna be the Thai or the Singaporean. There's still one more SG team that's in the run, but everybody wants to see Relics because they've met this team before. They met Mer, Trinity, Zace, Revenant. Unfortunately, not in this team anymore, and already knocked out his competition with his new team. And realizes in a national service right now, so he's conscripted into the army. He'll only be done soon, probably in 2 years' time, but he still has got some bandwidth to play from time to time. Okay. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're now going into Sky Temple. That's not my face. I never knew I was on blue team. And I guess I am now. Here we go. Thank you very much. Um, yeah, shout out to sponsors, Razer. Streaming Panax Split for making all of this happen. Of course, Razer just brought a whole array of nice chroma stuff. I'm really excited about their new laptop. Yeah, Razer Stealth. I'm really excited about that. I haven't got a laptop for a really long time, and this will be my first time thinking about it again. 100% sellout, but I'm being honest with you guys. Man to man, okay? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here we go in game number 1 and the lower bracket round 2. On the blue team, it is going to be GDG9, Greedisgood9999, representing Thailand. A Bruzy going to be under that gray main. You also got Error. He'll be playing as the Liming. Rinza will be your ETC. Vashtok on the Rexar, last but not least Scarecrow on Rhaegar. And on the red team, out of Singapore, you got Relics. Trinity will be playing as the Toronto Music Car. Onto the Brightwing, Zace will be your Lunara. We also got the Kurza playing as Sonya, last but not least Mer. He'll be playing as the Murden. All right, game number 1. In the BO3, very, very clutch game here, actually. They're going to have to make sure that they play the best. Both of the sides, I think, have got great potential. Seems to be pretty close, but do let us know which team you support. Personally, I'm actually going to think that in terms of potential and execution, seems to me that Relics has got a slightly better chance at this because they actually won 2-0, statistically speaking. They won 2-0 yesterday against GDG9. Both games were kind of okay. So here, clearly some role rotations going in already. Kurza playing as the Sonya instead, and Zace will be on the range damage dealer. That's Lunara. Trinity on his trusty Tyrande once again. And Mer actually will be playing that Mirrodin. Arcane up, connecting a little bit, but not much of a siege actually from Error. Not sure if that's an error, but you really want to siege up the structures early on. That's the advantage. Hold that thought, a fight going on. ETC a little bit of trouble right now. Mirrodin now having to pull back out. Also going to see the Kurza just running away. Zace coming in with the flank, but a bit too late. Heals from Rhaegar are still pretty much okay in the early game. They don't have a solid healer coming out of Relics in the early game for that engagement just now. Brightwing was in the bottom area, and definitely Brightwing needs to go for a little bit more extra level first before he can try to provide some extra support for the team with those face shield build coming in. Sorry for this pop-up. Seems like somebody just tried to fix the sound issues on this side. Okay. All right, so the temple's now spawning. We got a one on top, one in the mid lane, but not much of an effort going out there. Rexar, meanwhile, will go down. Browing also rotations from both sides, one on the bottom, one on the top. A top lane is going to provide a guaranteed 100% temple here, whereas bottom lane is not going to have that. Zay's a little bit of trouble now. Rinza going for the stun. Lunara, a lot of trouble. Unfortunately, still going to go down at the end. And that is going to be the mid temple now going towards the blue team. Top temple, a lot of it now onto the red side. If you look at the talent options, let's talk about it for a bit. Wolfheart, Power Hungry, rolling like a stone, as well as Hunter, Gatherer, Coastal Totem, Triumph V-Raid. Okay. Also going to see the trusty Thick Skin instead of the Drought Overflow. That's the difference there. And on this side for the red team, they already picked up most of their talents. Seems like it's going to be Nimble Wisp on the Lunara, and straight up standard Sonya build with a War Pain into the focus attack. Rinza in the meantime is taking a lot of damage here, still has the power slide, will be okay for now. Not for long though, the kills from Rhaegar keeping her alive, keeping him alive for a bit. Trinity now still going to be okay. Mur on the flip side does not have the Dove Toss, and already going to see Musica swinging by with some kills, but unfortunately does not have the shield. Now red team going to try and secure this area, but the temple charges have already been expended, and it will mostly go towards the blue team. So there will be the mid lane healing well addressed and gone. Top lane healing will also gone for the blue side. And if you look at the talent options here, it looks like it is actually going to be a... Okay, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Thunderburn, standard Muradin, Natural's perspective. Also, looks like the standard Lunara now going for the Cruel Spores instead. That's actually supposed to help pick off and push the lane. Brightwing going in for the Peekaboo. Will be getting the face shield next. It's going to have the face shield built. Piranha going for searing arrows instead. And Scarecrow going now. Rhaegar already gone. Zace now still with a bit of a DOT against the ETC. A Bruisey, a little bit of damage. You probably want to pick up this Grey Maid right now. The Curza does not have anything. Stumble will connect, but the Curza not in the right spot. And Luna Flare picks up, and it's a headshot. Trinity now going once again head-to-head against the ETC. Lunara a little bit of trouble, but she's going in for the extra Noxious Blossom. Arcane up, so close. Mur goes in, nice thunderclap, and it's a kill. 4 for 2 there. They also pick up the Siege Giants. No, they did not. The Siege Giants went to the blue team. They cleared out the Giants before they were effective. And that's about it. So I like this right-click to run the build. And we got a replay of the last fight that we're going to pull out right now for you guys. Real time is at the bottom left, by the way, and as you can see, nice Luna Flare on Scarecrow. That's Rhaegar gone. Without Rhaegar, they don't have a second support, and it's pretty clear that they were trying to sustain through this fight with 2 support there. A Bruisey, not in the best spot, but look at this Luna Flare, very nicely done. And Zay still giving chase, and it's still going on against the ETC. Just got hit by both sides. Temple now spawning bottom area, which is why you see Scarecrow having a bit of a lead here. And we'll go through the talents in a bit. Mur going in here. A bit of a, I think half of the temple charge is already going towards the blue team. Mur coming by to try to secure this area. Brightwing on top against Rexar. She's going to have a pretty good time to clear up this wave first, but already advantage sliding towards GDG9. Red team, once again, don't have all 5 members, but they're slowly taking it slow. Lunara got baited, and then we have the chain reaction against Lunara. The chain stun's going out. Lunara's already gone. Rinza a little bit of trouble. The Curza does not want to overextend. Musica just came by. A Bruisey going in for some more damage. Luna Flare on multiple targets. And Polymorph on just the single target ETC. Mur also in a little bit of a spot, lands a stun on the Rhaegar, but also having to pull back out, tapping the well. It's a viable option here, but I don't think that it's available for Mur. And the pause going out. Looks like it's a bit of a connection issue, but most of the charges in the bottom lane actually going towards the blue team. And looks like the healing well will also go down. Alright, most of the charges going towards the blue team. And Mur still giving chase, playing aggressively by himself. Rest of the backline not there. Stormbolt did not connect out of that Muradin. Arcane Up also will not connect. Rexar is just split soaking the lane pretty well in the mid lane. Vashdog there. Unfortunately, Noxious Blossom from Zace did not connect, but it still is going to be a kill on this Rexar. 1.25. Equivalent of EXP there. Will be going towards Relics. And now for GDG9, they are once again just in their own zone, trying to suck up the lane, but already can see the equalizing EXP coming up from the kill of Rexar. Misha gives a quarter of EXP, Rexar gives 1. So that is the extra benefit when you kill off the Rexar. Misha also dies along with it. So almost level 10 reach here by Relics. And it's going to be Heroics going to pick up on both sides. Wave of Force instead of Disintegrate. Also going to see go for the throat, unleash the boars, Ancestral Healing, and hold that thought. Mur in a little bit of trouble. Musica just coming in. Will not get affected by Unleash the Boars because he came in after Rexar casted the Heroic there. Also going to see Thornwood Vine coming out against Misha. A little bit of damage there, but not very effective. Rinza with the face melt going in once again. Second Thornwood Vine against the ETC. The Curza swinging by, finally arriving. A little bit too late, but there we go. Also going to see the Central connecting on the ETC. The Curza still alive. They have to be very, very careful. Now Musica going in for some extra heals, but it's not going to be enough. The Arcane Up connecting only on the Brightwing. A bit of extra damage on the side, but you can see that most Heroics are still intact coming up for both teams. There is a lack of Shadow Stock already, but there's still the stage dive. It's not going to be a mosh pit, just a stage dive. Stage dive, Wave of Force, and go for the throat. So now ETC is looking for split lane soak, and there we go. The rotation to the bottom area. It looks like Brightwing's a little bit of trouble. Blinker down to Zaze. Zaze now getting a bit of a shield. But Musica, if a second blink heal, very well played. And Scarecrow coming in here with the totem, but not going to get any value out of it. Trinity throws out the Sentinel. They don't have a war in his vicinity that's close enough to go in for their lockdown. Mid lane Temple going towards the red team. And Abruzzi going for a bit of a burst damage. Stormbolt does not connect coming out of Mur. Bottom area, the Curza now just doing some damage using the Temple against the structures in the bottom lane. The Fort still standing, but may not be so for long. Yep, will definitely go down most of the charges in the bottom. Temple goes to the red team Relics. So we did not cover the level 7 talents, and we go through it. It's a standard Murden build with Lunara going for Splintered Spear, which seems like the new favorite build here for most players in Southeast Asia. There's also the Ferocious Healing and predictable builds on both of the other heroes there. And on the blue team, though, for that thought, Merv a lockdown. Trinity not in range for Luna Flare, though. Luna Flare does not connect. Abruzzi going in against the Taronda, but still going to see a bit of extra nice AoE damage, and also going to see Rexar coming. Whip of Force being used as well, and the Thornwood Vine going in. A lot of DOT coming up from Zaze. But still not able to pick a fight without the Curza. The Curza now making his way to the mid lane. Temple already expended its last few charges there. Why gonna happen against Misha? A little bit. Rexar dropping Ancestral goes in, connects beautifully. Trinity now having to pull back on Abruzzi, having a bit of a trouble against Sonya. Abruzzi still going out with a disengage, but will be okay. Vashtox, Misha just landing a bit of a damage there. Luna Flare does not connect out of Trinity, but Rinza still takes the fall, and it's gonna be valuable plays at the end. Zaze now on top, getting slowed by Misha, but Mur looking like it's actually gonna be a fort dive. Nope. Not going to overextend there. Playing this very carefully. The Curza, some extra heals from Trinity, keeping him alive there. But yeah, back to the talents on the blue team. Incendiary Elixir, definitely a must pick. Seeker coming up, so it's a bit of a hybrid build here. We're trying V-Rate going for some bit of a cooldown and a bit more of a damage. If we look at it, reduced cooldown means more damage because that means more arcane ops can come out of Leeming. And you also have the Just Keep Rocking getting picked up here. There's also aspect of the Beast and Cleanse going towards the blue team. Now, level 13 is going to reach here by them. And looks like it's going to be the greatest spell shield for Lunara. So she just wants to stay alive here. Thunderstrike, Mystical Spear, Ice Team. It's going to a little bit of an aggressive build here compared to the increased 25% range in both the Dark Flight and Disengage. Glass Cannon coming out here for Leeming. Showstopper going to get picked up instead of Face Melt. So it looks like it's not going to be a Face Melt build going in here. There's also the Wildfire Bear and of Leaving and Chun. Target is a little bit low, which is kind of good if you're playing up against this kind of a lineup where there's a lot of single target burst from that Sonya, and also the fact that Taranda's Hunter's not going to do a lot of work. So the of Leaving and Chun is probably going to be able to heal up the target that is below 50% health. Okay, Temple can activate in just under 10 seconds now. Party Bush going in. Mer with a lockdown against Grey Main. Luna Flare connects beautifully, but a cleanse does come out. Rinza now looking for a bit of a nice position, but he does not have the mosh pit. It's only a stage dive on his ETC. And Mer now in the front line, trying to stay alive. Musica goes in for some extra blink heal, trying to sustain both of those wars. Luna Flare connecting. Scarecrow now with the Ancestral on himself. Rhaegar heals back up to full HP. Mer having to pull back out. Bruzy is going in a little bit to the back line. Sonya's already gone. And then we have the extra stage dive coming, and it stomps that Tyrande. ETC also going out of face. Wave of Force going in very effectively. 4 men down on the side of Relics, and GDG9, they get the lead there. We have to see the replay of the last fight. Very nice plays there coming out of Relics. And, but unfortunately, even better plays out of GDG. Now let's go into the replay just now. It's only one temple, but it seems like it's also going to be the boss attempt. So what happened here just now was there was not enough support out of Trinity. His position only allowed heals onto the Curza, and he's also trying to do some right-click damage against. They would just split across various targets, and that's the problem when you have a Lunar that does splinted spear build. Not enough damage against one solo target, and there's also the fact that, remember Rhaegar going for Earth Living and Chun? He's going to heal extra 333 last time we checked to every single hero there that has got below 50% HP, and all of them had got below 50% HP, so that's going to really help with the sustain. Very, very nice heals coming in. Just to check it out for you guys who don't know what this is. And for Earthgrass Totem, there's also a little bit of extra mobility, or rather, utility there with some extra slow. Level 16 got hit here by the blue team. Relics having to pull back out. The Curza takes a bit of a beating, will be okay. Also going to see the Luna Flare connecting only on the Misha. The boss does go down. But oh, wow. Alpha Killer getting picked up instead of Concentrated Blast. I'm hoping this works out, but it could be because there's 2 wars on this side here for a red team, which is why they really want to try and burst down a single warrior. Alpha Killer is going to help that, but normally the go-to pick here is the Concentrated Blast. There's also going to be the Mirror Ball, Imposing Presence, Feign Death, and Earthgrass Totem. Meanwhile here for Relics, they still don't have their level 16. And they're going to have to wait a little bit for it. Peekaboo as well as Wisp. They're going to have a lot of advantage here with Concentrated Blast. There's also going to be the Mirror Ball, Imposing Presence, Feign Death, and Earthgrass Totem. Meanwhile here for Relics, they still don't have their level 16. And they're going to have to wait a little bit for it. Peekaboo as well as Wisp. They're going to have a lot of advantage here with Vision. So almost level 16. The Wave of Force just now actually helped push back the backline a little bit. Backline of Relics a little bit. So that was pretty effective. Nice to see that coming out of Leeming for a change. Not going to be the standard Disintegrate. Mer using the Stumble to check the bush. Not using the face check, which is very, very important. You know, a little bit of mana trade-off for a potential kill there. Very, very tricky spot to be in. Gonna see the Shadow Stalk. And oh, Earthgrass Totem is gonna spot out the entire attempt here. Level 16 just got hit by Relics. Also, the Temple gonna spawn in about 25 seconds. So we're gonna go and do this fast. It's gonna be Stone Form, Starwood Spear, Nerfs of Steel, Greater Polymorph, and Shooting Star. Shooting Star. Okay, that's increased range, right? More damage, actually, not range. Hitting an enemy here, refunding the mana cost. That's pretty interesting. A bit of damage against Greymane. Greymane down to below 50%, needing a lot of heals from Rhaegar. Arcane up coming out, but it's not a full build. It's probably not going to do a lot of work unless it's followed up with Magic Missile. Error, a little bit of trouble there. Thalwu Vine going out. A second one does not go in. The Curza now going for the fight against Abruzzi. Both of those damage deals already down to below 50% HP, but Sonya is still trying to fight against this bear. Misha doing a lot of distraction here. Also going to see the Polymorph target onto the Greymane in the backline. Rhaegar still trying to do a lot of extra heals, but finally getting bursted down with the Luna Flare. Vashtok also going down. Abruzzi now in a little bit of trouble. The Curza going in for an extra slam, but not enough for a kill. And the bottom temple going full on in favor here for the ETC. The mid temple will be claimed by Relics. They win themselves a bit of a grace, but don't forget that they don't have the structural advantage right now. Most of the force is still standing. Will not be so at the end of this phase. Relics with a bit of a bottom lane rotation against the ETC. Remember, he's got stage dive. He's going to look towards running away. There goes the chain stun, and ETC is definitely going down here. Rinza pulling back. Zay's not able to just do anything just now. The Curza, in the meantime, on the Sonya, loses grounding in the mid lane. It's going to be the Misha, Leeming, as well as Rexar, and you also have got the Greymane in this area. Same rotation to the mid lane. They look like they're losing some value here. The Curza pops Ruff of the Berserker against Misha. Arcane up going in. Zay's looking for the kill against Vashdog's very own Misha here. Trinity We'll be able to pick up this kill. There goes the stumble. Luna Flare connects beautifully. But there goes the Feign Death. Is not going to do anything for the next few seconds. And we're also going to see the Polymorph coming back out. But still, Mer with the aggressive place. A very nice Dove Toss to the front line. Also going to land a Thunderclap. They're still going to be able to do some damage. But they're all already dropping very, very low. The Curza nowhere to be found. Scarecrow now in the front line, having to pull back out. Also going to see the trade kicking in here for the Murden. Pretty good play so far. Relics, man. Did they get any structural lead? I don't think so. Yeah, it's still in favor here for GD9, and they still have the level lead. So although it's 9 against 7, Relics just basically snowballed in the late game. It could be because of the lack of concentrated loss out of the Grey main. That could be one reason, one way to look at it. And Alpha Killer is not that bad, but you really need to play aggressively. And with only just a Rhaegar, you have to realize that Rhaegar also has to heal up the Leeming. And the way Relics was playing just now was just splitting the attention over 2 to 3 targets, and the split burst going down. Pretty well played there by Zaze on the Lunara. Lunara with the Starwood Spear increased range. Greater Spell Shield, pretty hard to take her down right now. And still half a level lead here for GDG9 and the Thai team. Stalking the lanes pretty well. Bottom lane now. You see Zaze there doing a pretty good job clearing up these Siege Giants. But they're looking for a little bit more of an automatic push. The boss going to spawn right here. Possible boss attempt, but going to have to be very careful about it. The Curza chooses to go for the Knights, which is a very nice timing. The problem here is if Leeming spots out this, and if they congregate upon his position, it will be a very easy kill. And free Knights, which is really just going to throw a wench into their plans. The Curza is going to get a bit of extra health here from Brightwing. 2 Temple now going to spawn, 1 on the top, 1 at the mid lane. And at about 20 seconds, it's going to go active. Bottom lane, Siege Giants automatically pushing. Top lane, you have the Bruiser Cam also going out. Mer spots out ETC. Realizes that he doesn't need to throw out the Stumble. Okay, this is the target that he wants. And then we have also going to see the Ancestral Healing connect. They already don't have the Ancestral. And a lot of AoE damage going out. For the next 90 seconds, they have to take this fight without Ancestral. They're waiting for level 20, and they finally get it. Now for Relics, it's not that bad. Without Ancestral, they could still win this fight, but they still need a level 20 for assurance. They probably has to take it slow, having to buy themselves some more time. I'd like to bring you to the Stomp talents of the blue team here. It's Hunter's Blunderbuss, Repulsion, increased knockback distance, increased cost range. So now Leeming can play this very safe. That's also the Crowd Pleaser, so a bit of reduction of cooldown every single target he hits by, I think, about 15 seconds. Frenzy of Kalimdor, Storm Shield's getting picked up, and also going to see Shadowstalk come out. Hold that thought that the fight's going to happen here. Brucey, a little bit of trouble. Merle's getting pushed back by the Whiff of Force there. We have also got that extra stage dive coming in, but not much of an effect really. Musica, a little bit of trouble, pops the Ice Block for all of a sudden, needs to pull back out, and Blink still back to the outskirts. The Curza swings in for damage against a Brucey. Greymane now a little bit of trouble, but still Vashdox, Misha giving chase against multiple targets. Probably now going to try and buy some time against the Curza, but his has got that Hardened Shield use finish. Rexar now finally going down. A Brucey also a little bit of trouble. The Curza not landing a Seismic Slam. Could have been a kill there. And a Brucey staying alive at the end of that fight. There could have been 2 men down, but it doesn't matter at this stage. It's only 1-for-0 exchange. They're going in. Rinza still has got a stage dive in a few seconds. Now 3 seconds, which is why they can actually take this fight. And then wait for Force, man. Oh my god. It's like you got hit by tsunami. You're getting thrown all over the places there. ETC staying alive, going back to the bottom area for defense. That is the stage dive advantage that he can provide with the mobility gain. Top Temple did go to the blue team, but it did not take down any keep. Now, the Remnant charges on the Meat Temple will go to Relics, and they will also not be able to take down the Meat Keep, but that's going to be a bit of a burst there. Level 21, both sides. Close game. Hardened Shield, a Murden, Sonya. You also got a Hold That Thought. Stumble, not connecting. Musica gonna go in, looking for the Polymorph onto just the ETC. The Curza now getting blown out of proportion, but Musica going for more heals. Also gonna see the Power Slide coming. The Curza still gonna get a bit of extra support from the rest of the team, but Musica already dropping very, very low. Sentinel coming out. That was a perfect wave of force by Leeming there. Very nicely done. And for Lunara, also going in for Forest Rough. Increased range, increased speed, and vision radius also. You also will see double Wormhold, which is a second blink heal. And Hunter's Swiftness going in as well. Murr with a 2-man stun. Luna Flare connects only in the front line, but it is going to be the Rexar going down. They don't have a second tank right now. Misha's not available. Rinza, do they want to go and give chase against this ETC? Murr looks like he wants to go in for this beef right here. Stage dive for the relocation. Again, gonna try and posture. Getting a little bit extra arcane flare thrown out there by Musica. So far sustaining through this fight. Trinity a little bit of a trouble. Musica goes in, gets stunned. Unfortunately, the boss getting attempted right here. Peekaboo gonna try and spot out this area. That's very effective. Vision radius really big as well. Great pickup there on the Brightwing. Rinza in this area does not have stage dive. Sentinel going out as well as the Shadow Stalk. A bit of increased mobility. Trinity looking for the Luna Flare. Dekurza in the bottom area. Dekurza stays high against Error. Seismic Slam connects. And then Cocktail not so much. Mur looking for the stun against a Bruzy. Lands it beautifully. The chain stun goes up. The clan's coming out of Rhaegar. Keeping up the Greymane alive. Boss now in the bottom area. Temple gonna spawn two of it. One on top, one at the bottom. This could just very well be the last few moments of this game right now. A Bruzy taking a bit of a beating there. Rinza looking for the angle to go back in. Mur looking for a two-man stun. Nice wave of force, but it's not gonna be enough. Rinza goes in for more stun. And also gonna see the boss landing a chain stun against Misha. And still see Mur dropping a lot of HP. Wave of force comes out yet again, but he's gonna get a lot of sustained heal. Brightwing goes down. That's one healer already gone. Still not gonna be enough for a burst against the blue team. Zay's dropping a lot of HP. Error's still alive. A Bruzy's still alive. That is the Leeming and Greymane, and they're still in it for the fight. Looking for the game-ending moment here. Stage dive coming in, but not much for cooldown reduction. Solo lockdown against Mur. A Bruzy goes down. What a pickup. Can you believe that? Arcane up, not connecting. Rexar already waiting for the Misha to respawn. 38% on the core. 2 temple spawning. 1 keep standing. Relics in a really good spot. They need to wipe out his team right now to have a shot at his game. And on the side here for GDG9, Rexar, solo man, 1 man on a mission with his bear. Trinity in a bad spot. Luna Flare connects on both the partners there. Trinity also gonna mount out, gonna be alright. We're gonna save the replay for the end game. Temple. Bottom Temple now, wrestled by the blue team. Waiting for Sonya to respawn. Browing's already in the vicinity. Zace can take this fight against the ETC. It's going to be pretty easy. A bit of extra burst. Polymorph goes down. Is it going to be enough for a kill? Don't think so. Without the burst build, it's only Thornwood Vine. They should be going for the temples instead. But they're not able to pick up this kill. Mur spots out the Rexar. Leeming. That's a feint dev going in. Mur takes a bit of a beating from Leeming. Luna Flare connects to multiple targets. Whiff of Force goes in. Zace gets put out of position. Stage dive coming in. 2 targets it is. Mur also still leading and holding up the front. But where is that Brightwing? And you still finally see Musica coming to the backline. Rexar also gonna go down. Rexar's already gone. ETC now. A little bit of trouble. You see the Seismic Slam coming in. But ETC getting healed back up to almost full HP by the Ancestral Healing. Relics now going in for more. Thornwood Vine getting thrown out. But the team is so close to winning this game. The keep's already gone, 24%. They need to stop this temple right now. Arcane up going up, but 9%, 5%, and it looks like it's gonna be game, but not yet. Oh, Rinza stopped it for the team. Greymane going down. This wrestle back control, but 4 versus 3. Rinza still in this. Not for long though, and there we have the last shot. It is the core will go down, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna be game. Game number 1 goes to Relics. Very close game, too close to call it, really, just too close. A very nice option there by the Leeming to go for a wave of force. I liked it a lot. We're actually going to pull out the fight just now, and we're going into the replay. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at this one here. This is what happened just now. They lost Brightwing a little bit too early. They were not able to take down anyone. That's the problem with Lunara. A lot of DOT against multiple targets. They're also so very low, but Rhaegar just sustaining so well throughout this entire time. You're going to have to give it to the Rhaegar, man. Very nicely done. Sonya going down also, and that's about it, man. The core dropping, and this is the second fight. Zace, a little bit of trouble there. And you see what Mur's doing. He's just trying to buy time for the backline. Musica coming in with the Brightwing. Some extra blink heal. Shields going out. Zace staying alive. Very nice Ancestral healing. Clutch Ancestral right there. But still, it's not enough, and they are, again, looking for a lockdown on one target. Mur trying to do something. And we see that they have to stop the Curza. They know that. Meanwhile, look at the bottom area. Bruzy got exposed. He went in for the back line, and he just went down like that. He bought time for the blue team to stop the game. Or rather, the temple. Not game. Stop the temple. Keep the game going. But unfortunately, that's about it. That's the finishing moment. All right. Look at this damage out of Zace. 126,000. Leeming. 125,000. Who said Whiff of Force is not good? did not win the game, but that's not Li-Ming's fault. That's basically the fact that they don't have enough single target bursts. Could be because of Li-Ming not going for Disintegrate. Disintegrate would have done a lot more work, I think, in terms of single target burst. But Wave of Force allowed them a lot of extra opportunities to open up. Stage Dive, once again, not getting the win rate that it deserves. Very nicely played there, but unfortunately just not good enough. That said, this is Babel. We'll be back after a short break with game number 2, so sit tight, stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. With the hook connecting beautifully. Can you believe that? Thrall taking the fall. Musica looking for a bit of a one-man gank. And the force wall walls in. Zays with the plays. Trinity all the way in the back line looking for the Mighty Gus, but he gets stunned and he gets taken down instead. Falstad, unfortunately. Overextension by his part. Not the best position there. Force wall on error once more. Li-Ming in a lot of trouble goes down. Another hook on the ETC. The beef is ripe for the taking. Can they make a sirloin out of it? Yes, they can. Scarecrow.